What is up, everybody? It's your boy Daytime Cheese, and we are here for my final thoughts on this week's game between the Miami Hurricanes and the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats. So, as I said in my preview video, this is going to be a blowout to Miami. There is no doubt in my mind Miami will get the job done in this game. Let's talk about some things I would like to see in this game. I would like to see Carson Beck throw the ball more. He did throw a decent amount in the game against Notre Dame. However, he did not throw as much as he did back in Georgia. Now, he is in a very new offense, meaning that this team runs a completely different scheme than what they ran in Georgia. However, I would like to see that arm talent be shown off in a game like this where there isn't really much threat of a loss. Another thing I would like to see is I would like to see Mario be more aggressive. There was a couple times in the Notre Dame game where I personally thought Miami should go for it. And they just ended up not. There was a play that we ran the ball on the 3rd down and 3, and the box was stacked. I thought a better play call would have been a play action pass. Get the first down there. So I would like to see Mario and Shannon Dawson get more aggressive on the offensive play calling. With the defensive side, I want to see Heatherman use more of a man-to-man defense. Notre Dame's 2 biggest plays of their game last week against Miami were against a Miami zone defense that was playing pretty loose. So if Miami's could play a cover 2 man and keep those Bethune-Cookman receivers with them the entire time and play a more aggressive style of defense instead of conservative, I think that would be very good for the Canes. Now, the other thing I would like to see, a couple more blitzes. Of course, Akeem Mesidor, Ruben Bain, and that entire D-line were stout against the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. But what I would like to see, a blitz could bring in a lot more sacks for that defense. If you keep the O-line worried about Bain, Mesidor, and that D-line, a blitz could easily come through and sack the quarterback. So I would like to see more aggressiveness on the blitz from Corey Heatherman's defense. I would also like to see more turnovers. Of course, we had 2 last week, 1 turnover on a Ruben Bain interception and 1 fumble recovery on a Justin Scott forced fumble. However, against a Bethune-Cookman team, I would like to see more than just 2 turnovers. This could be a turnover on downs. This could be a play where you somehow force the QB to fumble. Just play more physical against this Bethune-Cookman team. This is a game where you could test stuff out. I would also like to see Miami's 3rd down conversion rate go up. They were excellent on 3rd down in the first quarter, the first half. But once they got to the second half, it really started to go downhill. They need to get back to that 3rd down conversion rate that they were at in the first half against the Fighting Irish. Now, one other thing I would really like to see is giving the ball more to Jordan Lyle. We didn't see a lot of Lyle in the game against the Irish. I believe he got injured, like a small minor injury against the Irish, but he should be our RB2. So as long as we get to see more of Jordan Lyle and see what he can do, because we know he could be a stud on that with that offensive line, I think Miami is going to be very well put together for this season. Now, the other thing I want to say is I want to see the defense go after the quarterback more. I know it's the same thing as the blitz, but there were multiple times when Miami had a play against C.J. Carr, and they would have had a sack, and one of them turned into a passing touchdown for C.J. Carr. So I would like to avoid that in this game against Bethune-Cookman. We need to be able to get to the quarterback from the defensive line position and not let him escape. And one thing that does not necessarily concern Miami in this game is I just want to see better refereeing. The refereeing in the game against Bethune-Cookman was absolutely atrocious. And so I want to see better refereeing in this game against the Wildcats. But yeah, those are my final thoughts for this week's game against the Wildcats. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments down below. Be sure to like the video and subscribe. Click the bell so you can see when I upload a video about the Canes or the Ducks. Or even just college football in general, because that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to spread the love, man. But hey, I just want to say, I wear orange and green and yellow, and I'm proud. Daytime out.